here right now visiting my family for Christmas. I decided to come out to the beach to watch the sunrise. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So I figured if I came out here for sunrise, I could watch the sun rise right above the water. But I didn't check the beach I was going to on Google Maps. So the sun is actually rising way over there, and I was hoping it was gonna rise right there. Bummer. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little tough to shoot in Virginia, but it's a good creative box to put myself in. And it's always good just to get outside, get some fresh air. But now I'm gonna head back home and talk to you guys about how to make money while traveling, so you also don't have to film in Virginia unless you want to. I recorded a version earlier with a way better background. Like, I know this is kind of lackluster, but the problem was the room I was in, the ceilings were really high, and so the audio was super echoey. So I'm sacrificing the background for better audio. I hope you guys appreciate that. You wanna know how to make money while we're traveling. This is a great question. 2 disclaimers. The first is this video is not gonna be how to travel quick. After you watch this video, you are not gonna be sent to Japan on a 2-week free paid vacation where you do absolutely nothing. That's not what this is. This is my sincere and honest attempt to try to just lay it out for you guys. Like, here's the roots. Here's how content creators get paid to travel. It's not necessarily like the sexiest points ever. These are more like the realistic ways to actually have a career in this industry. The second is just, what was my second disclaimer? I swear I had a different disclaimer. All right, well, I thought I had thought I had another disclaimer. I probably do, but let's just proceed with caution, not disclaimed. The best way to travel and make money as a content creator is to work with tourism boards. Tourism boards are kind of like an enigma though. The reason why they can be tricky is because tourism boards aren't like brands, they're government agencies. It's literally working for a government, and sometimes it's not like the most organized government. So it can be tricky. I use a site called hunter.io. You can take a website domain, put it into Hunter, and then it's gonna pull up a bunch of emails associated with that website. You can use Hunter to find email contacts for different tourism boards and then just email them. And then just to finish off this point, if you guys want to work with beautiful destinations, because that's a comment I get a lot, the truth of it is you just have to become prominent in the travel space. A great example of someone who did this was Jacob Ferrofino. He's extremely hardworking, he's extremely talented, that's the most important part, but he also went and he won a bunch of editing competitions on Instagram. He won these competitions, and then Tom Johnsey, who works for Beautiful Destinations, saw that and then started working with him. They are always looking for new creators though, so it is definitely possible. Moving on to the second method to make money while traveling is to pitch location-specific videos to brands. Back in 2021, I cold emailed Movement. I got in contact with someone on their team. I pitched them the idea to go to Dubai with a friend of mine named Mayor. He was gonna star in the video, and we just make a cool lifestyle product video for them. It turned out that right when I pitched them that idea, they were about to launch a new watch collection called the Raptor series. And they were like, this idea is literally perfect for the launch video. Dubai was somewhere that I wanted to travel, but really I thought the video concept was cool. I thought location-wise, Dubai would work well. I thought Mare would look good in Dubai, and that's why I pitched it. But it's a good way to get to do cool trips and to go places you wanna go, pitch ideas with locations you want to go. The third tip is really specific, but it's a really great site and a good opportunity to find travel opportunities as a content creator, which is check out Matador.com. They're a site where you can apply specifically for trips to different countries. The nice thing about Matador is, unlike Beautiful Destinations, you can actually straight up apply for specific jobs. You'll tell them a little bit about yourselves, tell them why you want to go, and tell them what you can do, show them your work. Definitely check them out. I'll have them linked down below. Moving along to method number 4, this one's a little obscure and it's not one that I've personally done, but I was shocked how many people in the travel industry are doing this as a side hustle. What a lot of people do is they just grow UGC Instagram pages and then they operate as influencers off of those pages. Take Beautiful Destinations, for instance. They grew their page millions and millions in followers, mostly from user-generated content. So it's not content they're making, they're just growing their page. You can do that for basically any niche within the travel industry. You could start a page specifically about the best beaches in the world, start reposting other people's content with beaches, of course with their permission, grow your page to a few 100,000 followers, and then you can start reaching out to hotels and resorts and say, hey, I have this big page. If you let me stay there for a few nights, then I'll post some pictures that I took at your resort on the page. It's kind of like being an influencer without actually having to like show your face. So grow UGC content pages and it can be a full-time career. All right, guys, so real quick, I want to go ahead and thank the sponsor of this video, which is Storyblocks. Just last week, I was working on a reel for one of my biggest clients, which is Visit Morocco. Morocco was in the semifinals of the World Cup. They were like, shoot, we have to make some content. We have to get a reel up really quickly. We put together a bunch of footage, but right at the end of the video, it just felt like it was missing something. Like there wasn't enough celebration. There wasn't enough energy. So we actually went to Storyblocks and found a really cool clip of a drone going through a firework, and it totally made the whole video. Most of the time when you have to buy stock footage, you go to a site and you have to pay ridiculous amounts of money just to license one clip. With the Storyblocks subscription, you get access to their entire catalog, which doesn't just include stock footage. It also includes things like After Effects and Premiere Pro templates, sound effects, music, and so much more. Their content library is diverse and inclusive, and they have subscription models that fit every different kind of budget. I know so many creators who also use this platform. It's a really great tool. I'm gonna link them at the top of the description down below. Check them out, and thank you to Storyblocks for sponsoring this video. The next type of work I see people doing in this field to make money and get to travel is working with airlines. Just a few months back, I got the opportunity to work with Emirates. We went to New York City and filmed one of their flight attendants exploring New York, and we made a bunch of different content from it. Obviously, travel is inherently tied to what airlines are, so content creators work with them all the time. Instagram and Facebook and social media is so crazy because all these brands just need content all of the time. Like, it's a crazy cycle that they're going through. Method number 6 is going along the same line of thought, and it's just working with hotels. So the big 3 in the travel industry is tourism, airlines, and hotels. Most of the time when I'm working with hotels, they're jobs I'm getting through beautiful destinations, and so obviously that's paid work. But if you try to reach out to hotels directly, they've kind of been like spoiled by a bunch of different influencers. A lot of people will create content for hotels just in return for free stays, which is fine. I've done that in the past. Lots of people do that. I would never knock anyone who's doing that. But the problem is it kind of makes it more difficult to get an actual budget from a hotel. At the end of the day, what you're doing when you're creating a video or getting photos for a hotel is you're working for them, just like someone who's at the concierge, just like someone who's in the restaurant, just like someone who's cleaning the rooms. You're advertising for their hotel, you're working for them, and so you should be getting paid. Now, the good thing about hotels is that they're really easy to get in contact with. That's the best part. All you have to do to get in contact with the hotel is go to their website. There will be some kind of a contact email. Just ask for the marketing manager's email. Once you have that email, introduce yourself, send a media kit, line up some deliverables. The more deliverables you give, like photos, videos, if you give them a whole package, you can charge more. That's kind of the yin and the yang of hotels. Like, the good thing is you can get in contact with them. The bad thing is sometimes it can be hard to actually get paid. But either way, working with hotels is obviously one of the biggest markets in the travel industry. Okay, tip number 7 is a little bit weird, and again, it's something that I haven't done, but it's something that I do see happen a lot, which is just modeling in videos. Last year I did a shoot in Jakarta for a hotel. I needed a couple of models to shoot the videos of. Like, I couldn't just show up to the hotel and shoot nobody. So I was able to bring a couple of models from Bali, and they were able to travel for free. Everything was paid for. It was great. Every content creator out there gets tired of getting shots of himself. At some point, he's gonna need to have a model in his videos. So this is a little bit of a different tip, but I did want to include it because it is something that I see happening a lot. Obviously, not everyone wants to model. Not everyone can model. So it's like a bit of a tricky tip, but it's definitely something that I see happening, and it's definitely worth considering. My last and final method, and this is like by far the biggest, easiest, best way to get to travel and make some money, is to become a micro-influencer or just a full-blown influencer. Becoming a travel influencer is really just about branding. Like, if you want to travel and make money today, right now, in this moment, I want you to say to yourself, I'm a travel influencer. That's it. I'm a travel influencer. Brand yourself a travel influencer, and everything you post on social media should just be travel, travel, travel. If you can't afford to travel right now, then just drive. Like, go somewhere near your house. Everyone lives near something that someone on the internet would be interested in seeing, and just brand it as travel. Travel is technically just moving from point A to point B. So go to a new location, film a video about it, make a reel, make a TikTok, make a YouTube video, and grow a little bit of an audience. And the reason why I emphasize so much the importance of branding yourself as a travel influencer is because then those are the brands that are going to reach out to you. Think about someone who makes like makeup tutorials on YouTube. What type of brands are going to reach out to those influencers? Fashion and makeup brands. Gamers are gonna have like energy drinks, and game companies reach out to them. This is the #1 way that people get to travel all the time. Not only is it easier than ever to grow an audience, between TikTok and Reels, people are blowing up every single day, but it's also content has never been so accessible because you can make it with your iPhone now, and that's the content that does the best. Like, I use a camera to make my Instagram reels, and I'm kind of like a grandpa now because people are like, who's still using cameras? Like, aren't we all just using iPhones now? If you're watching this video and you have the slightest inclination to want to travel, so you work a 9 to 5 and you want to quit that job and go chill out in Bali, or you're someone who's in school still, in high school, and you just dream of escaping and getting away, start posting on social media. Like, there's a renaissance going on right underneath our noses, and so many people don't realize the incredible opportunity that is in front of all of us all the time. Social media has a lot of problems, but it has created so many opportunities. All right, guys, so that wraps up my 8 different methods for getting paid to travel. Apart from like NFTs or making a course or selling LUTs, like, these are the income streams of content creators. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm gonna try to link a ton of resources in the description. I know this studio is like not quite it. I know this is not what I wanted to look like, but I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning. I'm starting my cross-country drive to move to Seattle. I'm gonna set up a whole new studio there. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm really excited to start making a bunch more YouTube content there. I'm gonna be just road tripping all through Washington and Oregon and Vancouver, like every single weekend, so it should be a lot of fun. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you guys aren't already. Subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.